What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of September 7th through the 13th of 2020. It is Mars retrograde week, Saturn squaring it, and Jupiter will, of course, go direct on Saturday. So, kind of the big themes for the week, as well as the Sun's going to make a trine over to Jupiter and Pluto, as well as oppose Neptune. So, Mars retrograde in your fourth house. This is your emotional house. This is your foundation. This is family. This is truly, the things that you really attach the deep emotions to. And Mars has been there kind of giving you like drive to dig deep and build that foundation and to find the emotions that do make sense, giving you the energy to dig deep within yourself and build things up and find out what is there and what isn't there, and what makes sense in your home life and what doesn't make sense. And this retrograde is going to kind of slow that down. It is the warrior retreating, so we're not going to have as much drive when it comes to figuring out the depths of our soul, of our emotions, of what we truly desire. I think if we didn't kind of figure it out already, it's going to be difficult. So the warrior doesn't like to retreat, and the warrior doesn't necessarily like to be thinking about home life and working on that stuff all the time either. So it's kind of a sticky place. Like, I'll be honest, like, this is going to be hard. It's going to make you really focus on the one or two things and aspects in your environment, in your home life, that actually make the most sense. And if there's like strife with family and other people, it's not going to be a good time emotionally. Like, so try to keep it somewhat constructive, I would say. If emotions aren't aligning with you, or family members aren't aligning, like, you might have to try and see their side instead of just like getting emotional and lashing out, because it's going to take a lot of your energy, to be honest. Like, this is going to make it so we don't have as much energy to focus on, really like building ourself up from within and our emotions. So it's difficult, especially already for a Capricorn. And then, Saturn in your first house is squaring it. So it's going to be an interesting week. You don't want to block yourself from the emotions that are going to help you grow, that are going to help you, have the identity you want. So it's like this fine line of, what do you restrict yourself from? What emotions do you, not get to feel? But at the same time, there's a lesson there. Like, Saturn always wants to teach a lesson. It's like, if we can focus on ourselves in constructive ways and focus on the emotions that do serve us and build us up, and not, make us get lost and moody. It's like the emotions that can build you up and make you stronger. That's where you can put your energy, and like Saturn will allow it, and it'll give Mars like that one thing that's good. But yeah, if you get lost in emotions that are deep, just hard on you, and not constructive, but I guess deconstructive, you're gonna find that it's really emotionally and taxing on your energy. Like, you're not gonna, it's gonna make, and it'll make you moody. Nobody likes a moody Capricorn. So, and Jupiter goes direct in your first house too. So it's like, if you do things that truly align with you and your identity and your ego and your soul, it's like, that's the gift. Like, more so focus on you and building you up, and not so much the people around you. But try and use this. It's like the one gift is like taking the emotions you feel and using them in a constructive way. It can really build you up. And the Sun in your ninth house here is trining Jupiter and Pluto. So it's like, if you can trust that you're being guided in the right direction for the ultimate soul growth, and for the ultimate like growth within yourself on a foundational and emotional level, and you're not fixating or getting stuck on the emotions that don't serve you, it can be super constructive. It's almost like trusting that the universe is just going to take you on the right adventure and to show you where you need to be and what you need to learn. So there's definitely positives here, especially with Jupiter coming online. It's like the gift is kind of just focusing on who you are and who you're becoming, and the transformation within yourself, and using that in constructive ways can be very helpful. The Sun will oppose Neptune in your third house, so I think communication can be difficult. It can seem like you're trying to get a point across that doesn't exist. But, don't try and prove anything to anybody. Like, if it doesn't have a twin-like vibe, then it probably is an illusion, and it probably needs to just disappear anyways. So, keep things in your life that feel divinely meant to be there, and if they don't, they're probably not meant to be there, like, straight up. And, focus on your identity, focus on you and your growth, and not so much, like, don't let other people get under your skin and get too moody. Mars retrograde in the 4th house can get real moody, real emotional, and it'll suck your energy dry, and it'll deplete you and make you even more crabby. This card has come up so much for the signs. It's the 2 of Swords, upright, and they're fighting. It's not your typical 2 of Swords, but it is still like you got to make a decision. Like I kind of mentioned people in your life. If people aren't vibing or bringing you that twin-like energy, and people are fighting your identity and who you are, no. It's not going to bring you that energy that's going to help you, take the next step. It's like you got to let the spirituality channel through you. You got to let Source be with you and take you on this adventure and not expect anything of it. Just let it come through. And just like, whatever the emotions are, don't expect them to be a certain way. Just take the ones that feel aligned with your soul. And if they do, perfect. And if they don't fixate on them and let them ruin your day. Especially for the next 3 months. And, the gift is the inner work that you do on yourself. And, it can be pretty positive. It's just, it is hard. So try not to get too moody and try not to let things bring you down. Try and stay in a high vibration and keep people around you. You almost have to make the choice to connect to things that aren't fighting you and to disconnect from the things that are fighting you. Because if they're fighting you, they're going to suck way too much emotional energy. I love you very much, Capricorn. I'll see you next time. Peace.